Hi guys, so recently I dyed my hair, to a pastel lavender ombre fade. So this is actually semi-permanent because when I go back to Korea, I can't have colored hair at my school. But I thought I would kind of tell you the steps I went through to get to this hair color. So typically before you dye your hair, you do need to lighten your hair first. I was actually lucky because although this right here is my natural hair color that's grown out, the bottoms of my hair had already been lightened, and I was planning on doing this ombre anyway, so it just worked out. Anyway, so if your hair is already lightened, I would suggest, if you haven't lightened your hair, to go to a actual salon and get it done where they use Olaplex, because that will help keep your hair healthy, and your hair will go through a lot of damage to get it to where it needs to be. So after your hair is lightened, the first step I did actually to get to this color was I toned my hair. So I actually used this right here. This is the Wella T14, and you have to mix it with developer, and it says to mix it with 20, and I did. I mixed it with 20 volume developer. This is the developer I used. So you mix it at about a 1:2 ratio. So I did 1 spoon of this, 2 spoons of this. I ended up to do just the bottoms of my hair. I think I did 3 spoons of this and 6 of this, just regular metal spoonfuls. And it worked out really well, covered my hair, and it got it to a gray, actually it still looks pretty blonde. It looked like a really light ash blonde on me. I only kept mine on for about 20 minutes. And then to actually get this purple hair color, I used this here. This is the Ion Color Brilliance in Lavender. When it comes out, it looks really, really purple. Just get the ombre. When I started just by doing the ends. So I split my hair into 2 like this, and I just covered the ends, and I made sure to go like this to make sure each strand was really, really well coated. And then wait 5 minutes, and I would add a little longer, a little higher up, until I got to the top here, which is what I wanted, and I got this fade. So I only kept it on for about 20 minutes. It does soak in a lot brighter, which with pastels, your hair tends to fade pretty quickly anyway. It should be noted, this is a semi-permanent, so it is meant to wash out in 5 to 7 washes, which, like I said, is perfect for me. And I didn't use the whole tube to get this, but I do have very fine hair. So although I have a nice amount, it's pretty fine, so I've noticed product tends to distribute pretty well. And then after you put it in your hair, you wait the X amount of time. I definitely recommend doing a strand test first, just to make sure you got the color you want and you're not going to turn your hair any funky colors. And it should be noted, if you're going to dye your hair a purple color of lavender of any kind, especially with this Ion brand, if you're trying to bleach it out, it will turn it green. Blue, green, green, it will turn it green. So don't expect to be, if you mess this up, to be able to go to a salon and get it all bleached out, because it's not going to work that way. Your hair will be green if you do that. So keep that in mind. When you wash it out of your hair, I waited 20 minutes, washed it out. When you wash it out of your hair, be very, very careful. I noticed the Ion can even stain like your sinks, like your porcelain sinks. So you really have to scrub to make sure it doesn't stain. Definitely wear gloves. But I washed it out, and you're not supposed to use shampoo. It takes all the color right back out, and you're not supposed to use conditioner, but I did put conditioner in. I put in the Shimmer Lights, which tones your hair and kind of keeps it a little more purple, and for me it diluted it a tiny bit. If you do want to mix this with conditioner, make sure your conditioner does not have silicone in it. So you're supposed to choose a white conditioner, and you can kind of mix it. Same thing goes if you wanted to use the Manic Panic instead. Manic Panic I've heard really good things about as well, but it is a permanent, it's not semi-permanent like this. If you're going to mix it with a white conditioner, look on the back of the ingredients and make sure you don't see any chemicals that say ONE, own on the end, or have silicone in it. If it has silicone, it's going to seal your hair follicle, and your hair will not take in the color. I mean, the most it'll do is kind of tone your hair a little bit, but it really prevents your hair from sucking in the color. So, no silicone. Anyway, so I plan on using this when I get back to Korea. I bought 2 bottles, they're about $12.99 here in the States from Sally's Beauty Supply. The Shimmer Lights conditioner. They have a whole range. You can get Shimmer Lights shampoo and conditioner and all that. I just got the conditioner. I watched a video online that actually said that she tends to just put this in her hair while her hair's dry, leaves it in for about 20 minutes, and her hair goes from platinum to like a silvery light lavender. So if you really don't want to do anything beyond bleaching your hair, you could try just using this. It's obviously not a permanent solution, but if you just kind of want to test it out and see what happens, you could try that. Although I noticed in her hair, hers was a little patchy, so I would definitely suggest really just coating your hair really, really well if you're going to use that. But I'm going to kind of keep my hair maintained with this, although I fully plan on my hair going to gray because I really just can't have colored hair where I work. Anyway, if you have any other questions about how I got my hair this color, anything like that, feel free to post them in the comments below and I will answer them for you. Like I said, pretty quick video, didn't take that much. Bleach your hair, tone your hair, dye your hair after a strand test. Don't shampoo out, don't condition, just rinse. If you want to condition, I used Shimmer Lights. That's about it. Let me know if you have any questions. So a quick update, my hair didn't stay purple and it didn't fade to a gray silver after 5 to 7 washes like the lady at Sally's told me it would. It is now blue and has some tinges of green. So one thing I would definitely be aware of if you're going to use the Ion Brilliance in lavender, to be careful and realize that you really won't be able to wash it out to a natural color. Purple has under hints of blue and green, and my hair is now blue and green, although it's still pretty.